What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Welcome to the fifth game in our team tournament.
Yeah.
So far, we've been busting doors and taking names,
Except for a few games
except for a few games.
when they bust our doors and took our names, or rather my name. But otherwise, it's been going pretty well.
We've been busted and busted few doors.
A lot of busting.
Yeah, I've been kicking some doors.
I thought you were about to say I've been busting all kinds.
All kinds, like the Hodge twins. Alright, okay, back on topic. Sorry for that weird intro, but this is the last round. Okay, you're almost through the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We have had a good time so far.
Very good time.
We're about, after our first 4 rounds, we were like, okay, minimum score is 18, maximum is 42. So just a quick recap. First game, we got 38, good score. Second round, we got 18. They busted our doors down and took our names.
Yeah.
Third game, we got 29, almost precisely a draw. So we're both pretty happy with it.
Fourth game. We got
Fourth round, we got capped. We only faced one opponent.
But we busted his door all the way through.
Took his name. I don't even know his name anymore. He doesn't have it. A girl has no name. So going into round 5, and we're thinking like, okay, if we cap this, we're gonna be placing pretty good in the tournament.
Yep.
And if we lose, a lot of people is gonna jump ahead of us. So it's let's see how we perform under pressure. All right. Oh, I should have made it this big earlier.
Yeah.
So the team we're facing, like we said, they're pretty good. They have a Silver and Elf list.
Yep.
They have a Vermin Swarm list,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a Kingdom of Equity list.
Yep.
So when we went through the list beforehand, I can go through how the matchup was for me and what I wanted. You can go over what you wanted.
Sure.
We both speak for Remy. So I didn't want to fight the Kingdom of Equity list. Basically, the list was very similar to the first guy. If you remember, my first game was against Kingdom of Equity. The list was almost copied. Let's say it's the exact same list, so it was a yellow mashup already then.
Mm-hmm.
But he took away magic and druidism, and like the other guy that had druidism, I didn't fear it at all. That was not the problem for me. So he took that away and he added another treb and more knights. So it was just like the same list 2.0 but better. I was like, okay, I don't want to face 2 trebs and all that high armor. I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna be able to promise you any points. And against the Silver and Elf list, pretty shooty, but my track record against Silver and Elf is pretty good. I also had 2 Tremor Ancients. Some people see them as two monsters that could kill them. I saw it like
2 chopsticks.
2 targets rather than 1 dragon that I could kill with my magic.
Magic and white lions
and my general get multiple wounds. I get stubborn. They are basically fighting for me.
Basically.
So I was like, I can take out those 3 men and the objective and win. So that was a green matchup. I really wanted that. I was pretty confident I would win big. And then we had the Vermin Swarm list that I had it as yellow because it looked pretty nasty. But at the same time, he had some shooting, like 2 units of Thunderhawks and a Doom Wheel. That was what I thought was nasty. They can take some points. It's hard to get off the objective with all his bodies. But I had it as a yellow. I was like, I can take out his shooting maybe with some magic and some missiles.
Yeah, you've done it before with the Empire. So
yeah. So that was yellow. How did you look at them?
The way I looked at them was I would rather face the Equitan guy. Since 2 trebuchets, sure, they are pretty nasty, but my grave guards can handle trebuchets. My skeletons, I don't care if they die from trebuchets, and my knights definitely can handle trebuchets. And my grave guard does have lethal strike and multiple wounds too. So I wanted the Equitan guy. I didn't have much problem facing the Vermin Swarm, I think. Since he had a lot of bodies, I have a lot of bodies. My bodies count better than he does. And the Sylvan Elves, well, it was an avoidance list. I didn't want to face it, but I didn't think it would cause that much trouble, actually. So I was pretty confident with all those matchups. I'd rather have the Kingdom of Aquitaine and least of all the Sylvan Elves.
Alright. And I think for Remy, he wanted to face
Vermiswarm.
Yeah, the Vermin Swarm, and he didn't want to face he least wanted to face the Wood Elves, I think.
Yeah, the Sylvan Elves, because the shooting and his war machines.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the way the matchup went was I basically I don't know if we didn't get what we wanted basically. So David got the Sylvan Elves. So it was his yellow matchup. Wasn't the worst. Wasn't the best.
Nope.
And Remy.
It was the worst of all those teams, but
yeah,
but it wasn't a bad matchup, I think.
You preferred the Kingdom of Aquitaine guy.
Yeah,
So it was your yellow matchup. Or red.
It was a yellow matchup. I prefer the Vermiswarm
No,
over the Sylvan Elves.
Oh yeah, so the Sylvan Elves are your worst. Okay. And Remy got to face the Kingdom of Aquitaine guys. It wasn't his optimal, but it shouldn't be too bad. It wasn't the elves, the Wood Elves either, so shouldn't go too bad. So that means I ended up with
Alright.
what did I do? Damn it, okay. Now we're live.
Alright.
I have no idea how that intro we did some weird things to the intro, so we'll see how that
We're
that
bad
will-
at DJing.
how that will translate to the screen, but we're confident in our work. Okay, so as you can see, I ended up against a Vermiswarm player. As he explained his list, I was less confident, or as I saw it unfold upon me. But my list is pretty solid, so I got a shot. You never know. One problem with this game is that basically after the last game finished, I think we had break, we had lunch or something. When I got back, David and Remy had moved my stuff, so I just took my box with my army and everything, and I couldn't find the camera when the game started. So I went back to where they have left the box, and I didn't see theirs, and I didn't want to delay the game, so I didn't find the camera. So I was like, maybe I can take pictures with my phone, but it was almost out of battery, so I put it on a charger and left it there for a while, and then I took my phone, and basically it all just went to crap. So I don't have a lot of pictures. This is not the beginning of the game even. So this is gonna be even more of a podcast than a proper battle report.
We can just keep it as a podcast.
Yep.
Begin from. Alright, so now we know you face Vermiswarm. As you said, you weren't equally as confident.
Yeah.
But begin from turn 1. You can breeze through the deployment if something happened there.
Okay, so
Or first of all, the scenario.
it's the diagonal deployment, and the scenario is hold the center.
No, it's not diagonal. It's a straight up.
Yeah, it's straight up. Why are we so? Oh, okay. It's not diagonal. We just ended up diagonal. So it was a straight up deployment.
And hold the center. So a
Yeah.
very straightforward scenario and deployment.
Yeah. So what he did basically was, because I got to choose side, he dropped everything first in the middle. So I dropped. He basically had a Doom Wheel and 2 units of Thunderhawks, along with his big unit of plague priests, plague prophets with the pendulum and the blah blah.
All the juicy stuff.
Oh, vermin spawn are so disgusting. I hate them. 2 units of slaves, 2 units of radar arms with meat grinders. Did you know meat grinders do 2d6 plus something strength 4 grinding attacks?
What?
Impact hits and grinding attack if they are not charged, and have a 2+ armor save.
What?
Yeah.
Toughness?
Yeah, 3 or 4. 4, I think.
They're
So
sheep also, aren't they?
they are cheap, and you know the radar arms units. Like usually my spearman takes them easily. Meat grinder is no fucking joke. 2d6
Oh,
automatic.
the meat grinder is a detachment, sort of. It's a weapon team, isn't it?
Yeah, you can put them in the units or you can run them solo.
What the fuck? Alright.
So yeah, the meat grinder is no joke. 2 units of 2 Thunderhawks, and their shooting is definitely no joke. I don't know. The Vermin Swarm has so many special rules. I'm not gonna open that Pandora's box of bullshit, but you can look it up if you want to. Yeah, so basically, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna stay as far away as possible and try to ping off his shooting. Try to get the Doomwheel or the Thunderhawks in range of my magic, but the rest of his army as far away as possible. My bolt
sound tactic.
Yeah, so I bunkered up in the right corner of the battle table.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're seeing here, basically, it's almost my entire army. To the left of the White Lions,
Yeah.
were another unit of spearmans, and basically you can say my entire army was looking forward, and I had another unit of spearmen and another unit of shaft. His Doomwheel is hiding behind the building. So basically what happened, I was castling up. He played Thaumaturgy. First I was hoping he wasn't gonna roll Comet for spell. He rolled Comet. Then I was like, okay, I will let every other spell through except Comet. And his first magic phase, I was so far off, so the only spell that even was in range was Comet. So I was like, I just need to stop Comet. He got it through.
Okay.
So he got the Comet through. Like, all my shit is bunkered up in the corner because I don't want to move into his shooting, and he just dropped a Comet behind me. So I was like, that goes over to my turn 1. I was like, oh fuck, no, I have to move up because the Comet is gonna drop and kill anything that I have there.
Mm-hmm.
So I move up. Basically, I try to find the perfect line. I try to dance the tango, like as far away from the Comet as possible, but as far away from his army as possible. And right in between there is a golden line.
The golden locks up.
Yes, and I wanna dance on that line.
You wanna stand in it.
Yes. So that was what I was trying to do.
Did you succeed?
You'll see. So we can't jump ahead in the story there.
Alright.
And basically also that was my turn 1, and I really wanted to try to use my magic on the Doomwheel, but it was behind the piece of impossible. So I moved up and I started trying to cast some spells. He had a unit of Thunderhawks in the water.
Okay.
That was his second unit, but I managed to get some spells and some bolt throwers on them.
Okay.
And
so they died.
I killed that unit. I was like, okay, that's something. His turn 2, he fires his. He fires a magic. I'm still like, I'm just gonna stop the Comet. I don't care what you do.
Can you cast several comets?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
He casts his magic missile, D6 strength 6 hits, D6 with D6 strength.
Okay.
At my Reavers that are behind this forest that you see in the bottom.
Alright.
Like at the table edge almost, pretty far back. He casts it at them, and he kills them. He kills some of them. So they, let's see if I remember correctly. He kills some of them, so they panic, run off the board. So my spearmen, well, within 6 inches, need to take a panic test, which they fail and run off the board.
Okay, good start.
Yeah. Basically, what happened there, it was a little bit weird because I rolled the panic test on the spearman.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I failed. And then I rolled I took the same dice and I rolled the distance, and I saw that I was rolling out of the board. And then I saw my general. When I rolled the panic test, I rolled it as they had leadership 8.
Oh. Okay.
Or in my head, they had leadership 8, and I remember that they failed it, but I didn't remember what the result was.
Alright, so they might have stuck.
Yeah, so I asked him, and he was like, I don't know.
He knew.
And I was like, are you sure? Because I don't think it was an 11, but I'm not sure. I don't know for sure. And he was like,
He knew. Trust me, he knew.
He was like, sorry, I don't remember. So I was like, fuck, should I dice it or is it? So I was like, are you sure you don't remember? And he was like, no, and I could tell that it was making him a bit uncomfortable. Like if I said straight out, like, can we dice it or something, he would just be no. And to be honest, if I honestly was him and I didn't know, I wouldn't allow to dice it either.
No.
So I was like, no, I said like, oh, it's my fault. I should have keep track of it. So they're off. But that was really bad.
Yep.
And so I lost a unit of spearman and a unit of shaft. And to make matters worse, his doom wheel. What was it? Was it the doom wheel? Yeah, his doom wheel kills. Yeah, shoots at the other unit of shaft that was here in front of the knights. Kills a couple of them. They panic, and they make it so that they flee through the spearmen who failed their panic test.
What?
And they also flee.
Really?
So by now, my everything is panicked. One unit of spearmen panic off the board. The other unit of spearmen and reavers panic not off the board, but don't forget, I'm dancing on a golden line.
And they left it.
So where are they fleeing? Tell me, David.
Into the sun.
Into the sun. They're fleeing back into the comet. And I'm like, God damn it! It's still not a good matchup. I need some luck here, damn it. So by now I'm seeing like, okay, this is probably not going to go too well. So I could try to conserve points already.
Yep.
Like, even this is like his turn 2. Going into my turn 2, I was like, okay, I'm gonna check how it goes for the other, because I probably should try to conserve points here.
Yeah.
And I looking over at David, I'm like, how's it going? He's like, not good. And I was like, David, save me, we're going down. Going down like Titanic.
Going down hard.
And David's like, I can't.
This general is everywhere. Yes, you know, we had a general on the elk, and that guy went nuts. He charged everywhere.
So basically, I'm checking with Remy, like, Remy, you get some points, right? So Remy's like, no points. I'm like, fuck. So by that point, then it doesn't really matter if I try to conserve points, because if we're all losing, if I get 5 points or 0 points, we're still going to be under the cap and get 18. So I'm like, okay, let's do some magic. And let's see where the next slide is. Yeah,
that's your spearman panicking.
Yeah, that's just shows them going towards the comet.
I even see the marker.
You see it?
you fools!
Run, you fools! No, but basically, the comet end up dropping. I think after this turn. So I rally these guys, but they stay. But I managed to move my general a bit further away.
Alright.
So it kills a bolt thrower, kills my reavers, and a bunch of my golden seagulls.
Alright, it still does 2d6 hits, right?
Plus the number of markers.
Oh, okay.
So this, when it dropped, was like 2d6 d6 plus 3
Okay.
or something, or 3 or 4. Yeah. So, but my white lions, they were like, it was 1 inch. If he had rolled 1 inch more, it would hit the white lions. And then basically, in my turn, I was like, he was closing up, so I wanted to back up. So I backed up, and I was like, I don't dare to go further back than this. And I was 1 inch away, so I was dancing the goddamn line. So that was great. And yeah, what happens here? Okay, basically what happens is he moves up with everything. I line up, so my general and my white lions are in line with each other.
Alright.
And he moves up everything. He's thinking, I'm gonna charge in my white lions and my general. So he focus fires on my white lions, get them down to about 12 guys or so.
Okay.
My mage, when my spearman rallied, my mage jumped over to them. Here it was also like a very high risk move. It was a decent move, high risk. I wouldn't, like, if I had a choice, I would not be in that situation. But my spearman rallied. I jumped, and basically I saw I need to do something. So I wanted to move my knights up.
Alright.
But they couldn't. They had to dance between another line, because if they moved up too far towards the pendulum,
Yeah.
the pendulum could charge them. And if they moved up too little, the doom wheel could charge them.
Oh.
And I couldn't. There was no line basically.
You had to make. You had
was-
to make the line.
It was one or the other. So I was like, okay, can I do something here? So I jumped my mage over to the spearman, moved up the knights, so the doom wheel had a rear charge on my knights. But it basically was, I'm gonna try to kill the doom wheel with my magic and my bolt throwers, because if I manage to kill him, then he can't rear charge me. So if I don't manage to kill him, my knights will eat a rear charge from the doom wheel. And I managed to kill him. So that was good. And here in the middle, he thought I was gonna charge my lions and my Chariot into his pendulum. And so he focus fired my lions. I had like 10 left. But basically, I wasn't gonna charge them both in, because it wouldn't end up good for me. Because my only way to turn this battle was my general killed his pendulum, which is in his prophet units.
Alright.
Plague monks, they're called. If I charge both of them in, I need to maximize models, so I can't make it so that my general is in base contact with this pendulum.
Oh, okay.
Because then my white lions, only half the white lion units are in base contact.
Alright.
So I was like, my general needs to go in solo.
That's the hero he is.
So I was happy he was focusing fire the lions, thinking they were gonna go in.
Mm-hmm.
So I charged in my general solo. I was like, my best bet is charging in. I get that turn to try to buff him up, try to kill the pendulum. If I do, he can hold up the entire plague monk unit, and the rest I can start. Like my white lions can go for the rat swarms. I'm still pinging down his thunderhawks. They misfired also, so there's only one thunderhawk left. You know, the rats there, you can deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
The doom wheel is dead, so if I manage to kill him, I could turn it. So I charge in. I try, and this is just, it's definitely not cheating. Like, it was just one of those Skaven rules I just didn't know they have. So I make the charge, go over to magic phase. I get, basically he does a move like he regrets after. It's like you know, when it's like I got 6 dice, he got 4 or something like that. And if he can throw all dices to stop one spell, or he can try to stop both if he's greedy and hopes he rolls well. So basically I cast like 2 dices on distracting, and he's like, and I rolled pretty low, and he's like, I think it was 6 to 5 or something like that. He was like, okay, I rolled 2 dices, try to stop it, and he rolled lower, so I got it through. And then I throw 4 dices at Stars Align, rerolls to hit and divine attacks, and he only has 3 dice left, so I got that one through too. So I got both buffs through. And he was like, fuck, I shouldn't be like, that was a mistake by him. He should have just secured to stop rerolls to hit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can do this. I got in. I'm in base contact. I can kill him, man. I can do it. He's just a challenge. I'm like, he's not gonna like refuse it and make it so that his pendulum can't hit, because then I'm just gonna. He's not gonna do any wounds to me. I'm just gonna grind it, and then in his combat turn, I'm gonna keep grinding it. I'm like, he's gonna accept the challenge. He's gonna take the impact hits. He's gonna take my rerolls to hits and divine attacks.
He didn't have a champion in the unit, right?
I don't know, but like he could have taken it. If he had, he could have taken it with a champion. But then it's still, I would get max overkill. I would stick there, and I would get the chance to charge in. You know, my knights are here in his flank.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah, and my white lions. So I think like he was like, oh, I'm declining it. I'm like, great, your pendulum can't fight. He was like, oh, it can fight. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he can fight. It's a vermin swarm rule. At first, I thought he was joking. Honestly, I was like, you know, vermin swarm are fucked up. So it was like, it's true. But I was like, but isn't that? I was trying to remember. Yeah, the Grey Seer had some rule like that. Like he could decline and like hide. I was like, no, it's all the characters. I was like, really? You sure? It's like, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I was like, okay, it's not that, like, if you're sure, I believe you. I just didn't know. It was like, I know, like, every player who plays Vermin Swarm reacts like that because they got a lot of crazy rules. But here, I can show you. Then he showed me. It's all good. I was like, fuck. So he declined the challenge, but he can still fight me with his pendulum and his plague monks.
Alright.
I was like, okay, it's cool. I'm gonna kill him anyways. Hit with all my attack. Like, impact hits goes on the unit since I'm not in a challenge. Hits with all my prince attack, my crew, my lions, everything. I think I do 1 wound to the prophet. I'm like, fuck, I really need to do more wounds. He strikes back. He does, and I have distracting, so the plague monks are hitting me on 6s, and he does 3 wounds to me.
What?
So I stick there because I still have a charge, and the impact hits kill some monks and everything. But I have 1 wound left. I'm like, fuck, but I'm like, okay, that was above average for him, and I'm under average for me, so I can still, like, it doesn't mean that he's gonna take that last wound next turn, and I'm still gonna have my buffs up. I can kill him. I can do it. Just keeping spirits up. Go over to next turn. I do, and basically I'm thinking like the best thing for me is like if I kill him before he gets to strike.
Yeah.
Then I have a chance. I do another wound. No, basically I think I did 2 wounds in the first round.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he has 3 wounds left. I can do it. I do 0 wounds.
Jesus.
He kills me. I'm like, fuck. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, that was my last chance. No, I need to accept it. I don't have any other ace in my sleeve. So by now, like, the White Lions are like 8 men left, and they're pretty close to each other. I'm like, okay, White Lions, you're shaffing the Plague Monks. They're frenzied, so they're gonna run the wrong way. Rest of my army is gonna get fuck out. So I managed to conserve 1 unit of spearmen and my knights, and he killed the rest and got the objective. I think I got 1 unit of Thunderhawks and some swarms and his Doom Wheel. Yeah, I think, and one of his, weirdly enough, meat grinders that charged out of the unit, like we were doing shenanigans and blah blah. So I managed to conserve some points, but it was a loss. It was 18-2.
All right.
So I took my first humbling. I think it was good because I would be overconfident if I won all my games. So, but it was really felt sour, like turn 1 and 2, when it already was a tough matchup, and that all that went against me. I was like, fuck, Damn it!
You needed it.
I need it! But it's all good. He was a good opponent. He was really nice. He was a good player too. Like, so he didn't make mistakes. Yeah, so I can't complain really. What do you think about the game?
Yeah, the way you explained it. Sometimes you just have to admit some players are better than you, and it appears that he was better than you.
Yeah. Also, the list was strong. I didn't just the combination with his, like the way many armies are gonna try to deal with this list is castle up. So to have a list like his with thaumaturgy and combat is crazy strong.
Yeah, it's a good synergy.
Yeah, so like everyone who try to castle up drops comets, force them forward into your wall of nightmare. It's a that way I really felt like shit. This is a strong list. You get stressed out fighting it because like it's like okay, I have to move forward. Like there's no good choices. So yeah, I liked the list. It was really strong. Yeah. Anything else about the game?
I don't think so, really. Just it went basically as my game did.
Okay, tell me about your game.
Well, I faced.
Wait. Yeah, so basically, I just had to play this one more time.
Yeah, I feel you.
It reflects my feelings. We can let it play in the background.
Well, my game, I faced the Silver Elves. So I began castle up, but my castle wasn't airtight, and he capitalized on it. So his lord on a elk with strength 7 attacks because he had a giant sword. Just went to town. Went in and out of my army, killed my knights.
In and out.
Yeah, I had a luck. My spawn killed a tree father somehow. I don't know how, but
that's good.
Yeah, but another tree father held up my grave guard unit for 3 turns. Some way. Even though they are rerolls the wounds, but yeah.
Yeah.
So just like the song implies, it didn't go well. I scored the best of all of us.
Yeah, you did. How many points you got?
I think I got 4, right?
Yeah.
Remy got 0, you got 2, I got 4.
High scoring, man.
Yeah, but so in the end of things, we ended up.
Oh, we're doing tournament recap.
Yeah.
All right. So in total. Alright, so in total we got 6 points. Yeah, so we got 18 from the last matchup, and all we ended up in 11th place out of 20.
Yeah. So it's all in all we ended up in the middle, which is average.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Can't complain about the result. It was a really fun tournament.
It was
really fun. And my games went better than I thought it would.
You had a good streak going there, actually.
Yeah, like I scored. Okay, our team, I scored 20, 14, 20, 20, and 2. But. Yeah, so I really can't complain. It was really good. So you're gonna change my list a little bit. Did you learn anything about your list?
Yeah, I learned some things. Spawns are great, vampire spawns. So I'm gonna include some more. And I think I need a wizard with fire.
Yeah. Pyromancy,
and another wizard with a ring of fire. So.
Basically, for me, also just because now it didn't ended up mattering a whole lot. Okay, David's gotta go, so I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit longer. But David's packing up right now. Goodbye, David.
Goodbye, viewers.
Basically, it didn't ended up mattering a whole lot, like the changes I'm planning on doing to my list, because I still performed well. But I am definitely gonna include Essence of a Free Mind in my list, so I can choose between Divination and Pyromancy just because all of the MSU matchups that were red or yellow for me would have been a lot easier to deal. Like if I just had that flexibility to switch to pyromancy against those, like there were 6 red elf player there. I was like, all of them are red for me because I can't deal with lists like that with my list. It would have changed a lot of matchup that I didn't ended up facing. So I'm definitely gonna do that. As for Remy, he's gonna try. Yeah, he's probably gonna revamp his entire list because it didn't go too well for him. We'll see what he comes up with. It's gonna be fun to see. And yeah, anything else we should add before you leave, David? No. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, take care.